Hello there, my name is Victor Obinka, and you're welcome to the midweek edition of Today in the News, and of course all of those newspapers across the Federation, and looking at the major headlines everywhere.
Over 1,000 people are benefiting from free medical services provided by the FCT chapter.
Interested in this news. Arsenal's first club transfer record signed Pep.
Hello and welcome to Today in the News of Vanguard Live. My name is Precious Chukudi and I have with me my co-host Damola Obushake. How are you, Dami?
Very funny.
You noticed that traffic these days has been quite crazy.
Very, very crazy. Fortunately, yesterday I actually did not really experience it, so that's fortunately. So I actually think due to it depends on the area. Like Ikorodu side now, they are doing they're actually repairing the road along my 12 the bridge, so it's really causing a lot of traffic. And also people going to people going to Abulegba and those area, the railways for some days, and I think from Monday to Wednesday it's going to be on the repair, so people are not going there, so which has really caused a lot of people to move over to the road, and of course it's causing a lot of traffic. But for the Bagada side, I'm sure you have more information on that.
Yeah, I noticed that there was a bit, I think there was an impediment on the road that caused the traffic this morning, but then it's something that we always find a way around. It's Lagos.
At least what we know we are really used to is that one of a mind too. It's not like a norm that when you just go there and if you don't see traffic on the road, you start wondering what's going on. It's just like when NEPA takes light, when NEPA brings light for like 24 hours, and if you're asking them, I hope there's no issue. There's nothing like you not take light for 1 week. So that's how it is at that point too.
Alright, let's just move straight to the papers, and we'll be starting up with Vanguard. And on Vanguard newspaper, we have the main headline says insecurity, army overstretched. Senate says army isn't supposed to be involved in civil service. Ask them to go after bandits, kidnappers. Driver shot, murder 3 children, 5 others abducted in Ondo. 3 feared dead, 150 vehicles, 50 shops destroyed in Lagos clash. Stories above, we have police seek 30 days extension for detention of activist Mosele Adeni. You can see that on page 8 and on page 15. Border closure not reason for maltreatment of Nigerian traders in Ghana, says Dabiri Erewa. And on page 6, a vaccine alone won't end COVID-19 pandemic, says WHO. COVID-19 vaccine 94.5% effective, Moderna. Also still on COVID-19 story, we have page 6, federal government links petrol price increase to Pfizer's discovery of COVID-19 vaccine. And on page 10, we have NSARS, Nigeria needs healing, Osibajo. And we have a photo story of rebuilding Lagos Trust Fund with Lagos State Deputy Governor Dr. Obafemi Hamza, Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila, also the Vice President Yemi Oshibajo, Lagos State Governor too also present. And we have new proposed police laws set Ondo and OND rather, and as entry qualification. You can see that on page 4. And then from the Vanguard, move straight to the Punch newspaper.
And on the front page of the Punch newspaper, we have Umahi's defection. PDP does zoning as APC rules Umahi and Ikpazu Obiano, Uzodima Okorocha, Ojikalu, others reach out to opposition governors. We are not disturbed. Gale of defections will soon hit ruling party, boost PDP. And you can see that story on page 2. Now moving on to other stories, on page 5 we have shorties arraigned as fraud suspect flew Oshun and Ekiti. Fayose killed Ekiti. LCDAs with politics. That's coming from Fayemi. Football player slums during friendly dies in Ogun Hospital. You can see that on page 30. And 12 killed in Kaduna local government. 8 Abu students among highway abductees. My brothers still in detention for not paying policemen 3 million naira bribe. That's coming from petitioner. Lagos State local government chairman saying ICPC quizzed us over excavators purchased by Ajimobi. And stories above the nameplates. Experts blame borrowing for price hike as inflation climbs to 14.23%. Also, NSARS police plot to detain Erumosele for 30 more days. You can see that story on page 7. On page 9, we have petrol price will increase when oil goes up, and that's coming from Silver. Also, we have a 65.4% failed Unity College exam over hashtag NSARS. Army plans anti-banditry operation. Senate says troops overstretched. You can see that one on page 11. And that's all on the front page of the promotion. From there, we'll move straight to the Nation.
And on the Nation newspaper, we have main headline, hashtag NSARS, trillion naira rebuilding of Lagos begins. The writer says federal government, CBN, business leaders, others back plan. You can see that story on page 6. And stories above, we have traders. Our federal government accuses Ghana of double standard. You can see that on page 7 and on page 6. Nigeria, 69 other countries gets $99 billion IMF cash to battle COVID-19. And on page 11, we have inflation rates crosses 14%, highest in 4 years. On page 4, abductors of 3 children demands a 50 million naira ransom. And we have ASU strike, governors seek shift of position. And away from the Nation, we move straight to the Guardian.
And on the front page of the Guardian, we have cost of living at crisis points. And also, the writer says FX crisis, food shortage push for costs, headline inflation at the rise since 2018, eat 14.23%. OPS wants inflation may eat 20% during Yuletide as price run amok. Only increased non-oil exports can break jinx. Economists say, while northern states continue to see worrisome rise in food price. You can see that story on page 6. Also on page 3, we have government floats petrol price and LC denies endorsing hike. Scanty police presence spike in crime rate trigger fear among Lagos residents. You can see that on page 12. On page 5, we have stop witch hunting. Genuine protesters go after criminals. Anglican primate tells federal government. We won't allow rigged pools till United States. That's coming from Trump. Also, Senate kicks as Army fails to tackle insecurity, and that's also as a writer. And the writer says, lawmakers says the military overwhelmed and overstretched, laments Kaduna Abuja killings and kidnappings, will destroy bandit camps during Xmas, Army assures. And that's all we have on the front page of the Guardian.
And that's all we can take on the front pages of the papers this morning. Moving into the newspaper analysis segment. Stay with us as we go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Do you see what you are doing?
Don't worry, I get the time now. See, you see what you are doing to my vehicle. No, don't fight now.
Putting it on
Don't fight, don't
and you
even.
call yourself a safety officer. You are a disgrace to force me. What of you?
Don't.
I'm not. You want to break my hand?
Are you not a disgrace? Are you not a disgrace?
You put it on park.
Video them very well. Video them very well. Good. Good.
Do you see what you are doing?
Don't worry, I get the time now. See, you see what you are doing to my vehicle. No, don't
Vehicle
fight
is moving, you
now.
are putting it on
Don't
back.
fight, don't
And you
even.
call yourself a safety officer. You are a disgrace to force me. What of you?
Don't.
I'm not. Are you not a disgrace? Are you not a disgrace? You want to break my hand? Are you not a disgrace? Are you not a disgrace? You put it on back.
Video them very well. Video them very well. Good. Good.
All right, welcome back. If you're just joining, it's still today in the news on Vanguard Live. My name is Precious Chukudi and I have with me my co-host,
Naira.
and you're welcome to the newspaper analysis segment where we get to analyze some of the front pages stories that we've taken earlier. We'll be starting off with the insecurity, army overstretched, says the Senate. And, the Senate raised the alarm that following the Army's involvement in internal security operations across the country has become overwhelmed and overstretched. And according to the Senate, the Army is facing its own challenges and by the nation's constitution, and it ought not to be involved in civic security arrangements. And the Senate spoke as the bad wind of insecurity continued to blow across the country yesterday, with a driver shot and 9 persons, including a mother and 3 children, kidnapped in multiple attacks in Ondo State. This is even as Kaduna State government and the Army yesterday dismissed reports that 15 persons were killed by bandits on Abuja-Kaduna highway, saying only 2 persons were killed in the attack on motorists on Sunday. Now, also 3 persons were found dead in clashes in Lagos, of which the police said 12 suspects have been arrested. Meanwhile, the leadership of the House of Representatives met with the heads of security agencies in the country behind closed doors over the recent nationwide protest against police brutality and human rights abuses, tagged #EndSARS. And speaking in Kaduna during a visit to various army formations in the state as part of the annual oversight obligation of the upper chamber, Chairman Senate Committee on Army, Senator Mohammed Ali Ndume, All Progressive Congress APC Borno South, said the Army was overstretched, providing internal security in 34 states of the country. Now, Ndume, who was accompanied by 4 other senators at a meeting with the general official commanding GOC 1 Division of the Nigerian Army, Kaduna Major General Usman Mohammed, said the Army must be supported to enable it to succeed. And, Ndume said that the Army is overstretched, is overwhelmed. Imagine they operate in about 33 to 34 states across Nigeria. They are very overstretched. They don't have numbers. The Army we used to know is very different from the Army of today, but we are hoping that things will be better. And he was saying all about these things because if you realize, the papers also carried the fact that insecurity has worsened, and also that I was listening to a report yesterday where some persons were reporting on a show, and they were saying that the roads are no longer safe. If you're in a bus and you're going home, you either have to think of keeping your bag on the floor because these road thieves are there. They would break people's windscreen. All of us on social media yesterday, one of the things I noticed was that people were complaining about them being attacked by people in broad daylight, not even in the night anymore. So even in broad daylight, people are being attacked. There are things that are being taken from them. Some people are stabbed in the process. Some every day we get to hear people are being killed, and things have gotten really worse because the police are still not back on the road. Now, when we had the conversation yesterday with our guest that we brought, one of the things he mentioned was the fact that he was saying that the police do not have any rights or have any argument whatsoever to say that they do not want to come back to work. Because you can say that's one thing, but then you must understand that you have a primary duty, which is to protect life and properties, as well as ensure that there's order in society. And they are saying that according to what some reports were saying is that they, because of the whole hashtag EndSARS process, they had their arms scattered away, and they don't want to come back to work until they have that level of confidence, of which the IGP himself has said, okay, come back to work. I know that some of you are feeling, outnumbered, you're feeling overwhelmed, but it's time for you to come back. And now we're having, the Senate saying that the army is overstretched. They are coming into our communities and protecting us, because this is not what they're supposed to be doing. This is what the police is supposed to be doing, and there's no police. In fact, there's no even army really, because if you check it out, people are left to do whatever they want to do by themselves. Everybody needs to. You see how much people are even scared, even standing at the bus stops.
Exactly. People are asking questions now. The question I actually saw on social media this morning was when someone was like, for the days that this police people didn't come to work, and our taxes actually used to pay them, they'd be paid for those days because they didn't protect people. So that's what people are also asking and saying, do we need to beg you to come back to do your duty? You are a police officer, for God's sake. Yeah, many things happened. Of course, the hoodlums attacked you, and you know that, okay, you might still be scared to come back. But also, what you're supposed to be doing, you are not doing it. People are getting armed in the way, and we're saying that, okay, police is your friend, we're supposed to trust the police all the time. At a later time, people will start saying, okay, police will disappear on us anytime. And, many of them are still pointing out to the fact that when the EndSARS was actually still on, Nigerians were also, the youth were also fighting for them. They were not just fighting for different things, they're also fighting for, the police remuneration should be raised, they should be increased, the salaries, many other things, and also many fun that they are supposed to be enjoying as part of their duty, because let's take it or leave it, they're also doing a job of risk, putting their life at risk and all other things. But them not coming to work now, it seems many Nigerians are really beginning to get the support.
Yeah, one of the things that the senator was mentioning is the fact that he said the army is overwhelmed, and because they now have to be protecting like the 3 states or the 4 states or whatnot, and it just speaks to the fact that we really do have serious security challenges in the country. The other time I heard there was a guest we had one time last week, and one of the things he said is that they have to even pay this OPC, to guard them,
to guard the community.
Just so it now looks that's got to that level where they do not feel secure. Nobody is secure in their house. This moment you hear somebody knocking, you're already panicking because you don't know who the person is. You don't know. And I had in an area close to my side, they say what they do is they go from house to house. Like some of these hoodlums, they go from house to house, they knock, they ask you to bring all your food, they catch your food away, and then they leave. And if you want to try to maybe raise an alarm or whatever, they will just shoot gun in the air so that you know that they can equally shoot you if you do not, agree with them. So these are challenges. I mean, we've been battling, security challenges, but now it seems like it has gone worse.
Very worse. So it's really bad. Okay, let's away from that. Let's talk about, of course, COVID-19, and that the federal government is actually linking. So the federal government yesterday said that the latest increase in the pump price of petrol, also known as premium product, premium motor spirit, as PMS, was informed by the announcement by an American pharmaceutical company, Pfizer, of its recent breakthrough in the discovery of a vaccine against COVID-19. The Minister of State for Petroleum and Resources, that's Mr. Silva, who gave this explanation, spoke on the day the Labour Congress warned that the government that there was a limit to what the government, the citizens could tolerate. If the increase in the price of refined petroleum products and other essential goods and service continued, the minister told State House correspondents after a routine visit to President Muhammadu Buhari at Aso Villa in Abuja that the announcement of a COVID-19 vaccine by Pfizer triggered a slight increase in the price of crude oil in the global markets. Of course, he also stated that it was not the first time the government would give the same explanation whenever the pump price of petrol changed in the country, adding that a government took the decision to deregulate the sector in order to ensure its optimum performance. Meanwhile, the president of NLC, that's Comrade Ayuba, said in a statement that the recent arbitrary increase in the price of petrol has cast in very bad light the good faith Labour had with regard to government explanation that it lacked funds to continue bankrolling the subsidy payments. It pointed out that such will sooner than later cripple the entire economy, throw the country into a severe economic crisis and cause loss of job. We're talking about petroleum increase after this COVID-19 and left. Funny enough, then we had a lot of people coming out to actually protest, saying that the fuel price was actually too much, but now it recently increased again. I think to 170 now. That's what they're selling it at most of the filling stations. And when you look at it, you'll be wondering what happened to them. And then we had NLC, telling the federal government that they should reduce the price then, and now it has gone again to increase. And they're linking it to that of the COVID-19 vaccine that Pfizer is saying, and we've not actually received the vaccine here yet. And then I think you were reporting then. You reported then that this thing, it will actually take a long time for it to get to us, and now we've started suffering the effects now. So we're wondering, when this thing gets to Nigeria, what is going to happen to Nigerians? That's one of the main things. And let's not forget, when we're talking about the test kits, many Nigerians reported that this test kit didn't actually get to the people that actually needed it. It actually stayed up there. Many Nigerian citizens that actually needed it, that could not afford to get a face mask then, because I remember the face masks that we get for 2 for 15 naira. There was a time we were selling it for 300 naira just for one.
The 300 naira was better. It was about 8,000 naira.
Okay, 8,000 naira. And these things, I think China actually sent some of these things to Nigeria, and not only China, we had some companies that actually helped with some of this protective equipment for Nigerians there, but we didn't get it. Many citizens didn't get it, and they just believe that today you see a social minister with one, in the morning, after you see them they change it, in the evening they change it, and they keep on changing it while the normal citizens didn't get it. So is it going to be the same thing that will happen to the vaccine that we have already started suffering for? That is what Nigerians are wondering.
Now at first when the fuel price increased, what they said was, what we even saw was the fact that they said we're owing a lot of money.
Yes.
So this would help us to pay some of the monies that we're owing. That was the excuse. Now it's increased again. Now we're hearing that it's linked to the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine that is coming. So I just see it as a way of just trying to make us not speak. Because really, there's no money. I mean, we keep reading every time that people are living below the poverty line.
Definitely.
And the fuel price keep increasing.
Yeah.
The funny part is, once the fuel price is up, these downfall drivers, these bus drivers, these keke, they don't wait. They just increase it immediately. And you can't blame them. Because they know how much, before some of them would even buy 200 naira fuel and say, okay, at least I can take somebody from year to year, make some money, and then go back. They can't buy that anymore.
Just one liter.
They can't buy that anymore. Yeah. So you can imagine. So it means that it will definitely impress on our own pockets too. We have to now start taking more monies when we're going out. We want to go anywhere. If usually when you go to take you about 500, you have to be planning if not 1,000 naira or more. And this is not funny for us.
And traffic is not helping. That is
what
it's not helping. Before you calculate your full price and all that, and you talked about the excuse I was actually given the first time. Now we're talking about the debt rate of Nigeria increasing. I would say that this increase was actually to pay it, and we're still talking about borrowing more money to come. So why did you not increase it the first time?
So
now this second time now the vaccine. Are we still going to get the vaccine? When are we going to get the vaccine?
Someone was saying something that. Okay, I think it was Archbishop Kaigama. I read it in the papers yesterday where he was saying that when will Nigeria start to borrow other countries' money? Why do we keep borrowing? Because when I saw it and I was like, okay, it's
actually a point. But if we're not borrowing, that's when we talk about that.
No, but because we keep borrowing from other countries, but we've never borrowed other countries' money.
No.
Because what we see is Nigeria keeps borrowing. We see that our debt rate keeps increasing.
Yes.
And it's not something that, on the average now these days, I was saying the other time that people usually would say, oh, we eat 3 square meal. But now it doesn't work that way. If we eat one, just thank God.
It's like just Yoruba, this that they'll say, I think they say, I think what show Jeon is now what show you, like, you've eaten, a child, have you eaten, not, are you okay, are you full? They don't ask that again.
No,
is the food enough for you? They don't ask that again. It's, have you eaten? That is it. And that's to show the level of poverty that's actually going on in Nigeria, the level of, you know, people living below the poverty standard. Because if you look at many ratings, I think when it first came out, then we had many people reacting to it. The president reacted, you know, many people reacted saying that they are, you know, that's a very rubbish, a very stupid, what is it? Let me not use some of these words that they used then. I think for, you know, talking about the ranking then, saying that why would they say that Nigeria is ranking the #1 in, you know, for the poorest country, people living below the poverty line. But we are seeing it now, especially after this NSAS protest, and then we are seeing many of the things that it has actually affected many people. NSAS protest affected many things, COVID-19 affected many things, and it's still affecting it right now. I was still talking about the increase in fuel. People who are just managing their small shops, they need to get for petrol. There's no light. Electricity is not really circulating everywhere. It's just some places that you just look at it. And let's talk about a little about the electricity then. There's this prepaid meter that is actually being said that they are supposed to share to many of the households for free right now. They're selling it. That is a fact. We have many people saying that they could not get it, they have to pay for it. Meanwhile, it was actually announced that it's supposed to be free.
Are you sure they are selling? Because they said they're going to give about 6 million prepaid meters, and they're going to share.
There are actually 2 people who have actually said it on social media that they paid to get this, and paid to actually get it. They paid to be on the queue, and it has not gotten to them still for days, for months now.
But you know, we also know that
these things are going to affect.
We also know that them, you know, even still disbursing about 6 million prepaid meters, it's not going to get to almost. How
many people? That is the main thing. If okay, let's talk about it not getting to everybody and all that. Even if you want to get it now, let's talk about the electricity fee that is being taken to all homes. I don't know, was it Toke Makiwa that uploaded bills that was I can't remember the celebrities that actually uploaded stuff on social media, how much she pays monthly, and the amount was actually ridiculous when you look at this stuff. And now we're talking about this.
But one of the things I also noticed is that the recent bill that they brought this time around was slashed, because I remember how much we were paying as a last month. We paid like times 3 of what this, but like this particular month what they brought to my own house was slashed. So I think that to an extent we can say that maybe they're actually working around that.
And let's hope they are working around that, and also the prepaid meter, and also the fuel price. Please, I think these are the main things.
The fuel price
is really affecting people. It really needs to be worked on. If electricity bill is actually worked on, the fuel price is actually worked on, I think both of them can actually complement each other.
All right, let's just talk about the border closure, not reason for maltreatment of Nigerian traders in Ghana, says Dabiri Erewa. And the chairman of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, that's Mrs. Abiket Dabiri Erewa, denied yesterday that the country's decision to close its borders prompted Ghanaian authorities clamp down on Nigerian traders doing business in Ghana. And she also revealed that 2 affected Nigerian traders attempted suicide recently, noting that they were currently undergoing therapy. Dabiri Erewa, who spoke, said that Ghanaian's treatment on Nigerian traders was based on a complex of not being able to compete. She added that the issue has been going on for years, long before Nigeria decided to close its borders. And according to her, the closure of the shops had impacted negatively on finances and psychological states of many of the Nigerian traders, leading to suicide in at least one case. And they are not the same thing actually. There's a reason our borders were closed, according to her. You can't be bringing in small arms and ammunition and all that, and Nigeria will not take action. So speaking about what Dabiri Erewa, what she's saying is that the reason for the maltreatment of Nigerians in Ghana is not border closure. And Nigeria, or Nigerians basically, have always had this sort of experiences. I mean, in South Africa we had the xenophobia attack, was because Nigerians were making more money. They felt attacked. Most South Africans felt like, okay, Nigerians were the ones who were getting more jobs, and they themselves who were living in that country were not benefiting. Same as situation according to what she's saying now is that the people in Ghana are feeling like they can't compete with Nigerians. You can't blame us.
We are good.
We
are good when it comes to that. But it's not when it comes to business. Yes, I understand.
The truth of the matter is that, already we live in a country where you have to fight for everything.
Definitely.
You have to fight to breathe. You have to fight to eat. You have to fight to drink. You need to fight for everything you need. And so it's like the moment you go to another country, how people would say, like, you feel like your destiny is already activated. And so it's like, okay, I am here to, I must make the best, because I can't leave my country, where I feel like, okay, I'm not doing well enough, I'm suffering, and I go to another man's country and still be suffering. So there's this tendency of we trying to make a difference when we leave our country and then go to another man's country. And then, so once we are there, we have this competitive spirit. We're like, we really need to work hard, we need to succeed by all means, we need to put all our best. And some of the people, or some of the citizens of this country, they see it as, where is this all coming from? Journey just come. We want to come and take our own share of the gold. You don't want to work for your money, or no, you don't want to. We're supposed to be the leaders. Why you're supposed to serve us? And it doesn't work like, because with an average Nigerian man, you can give him just 10 naira, and he will think of how he can grow that money to 1,000. Yes. And that's the challenge most of them always have, and it shouldn't even be a problem, because really, when you see people like this who leave their country, come to your country, it is to better your own economy. If you look at it, it is for the good of your own country's economy.
Yeah, but this same situation now that is currently happening in Ghana, I think some time ago it was because of the money that Ghanaian authority actually told some of the Nigerian traders to pay, I think $1 million then that they need to pay to continue their business. So some of their shops were actually locked down. Their businesses were closed, and as a result of that, I think 3 years ago, one lady actually committed suicide, and right now I think 2 people they've also attempted suicide recently, and I think they're actually counseling them now, and that's what Nigerians are actually saying. 3 years ago, Ghanaian president apologized to Nigerian president, saying that this same situation, what is currently going on, won't happen again, but we're still experiencing the same thing. We're saying that Nigerians shouldn't come to your country to make money. If you're actually working to make money and you're actually showing the effort to do that, of course they won't take the business away from you.
Right,
look for the best. That is it.
Let's take some comments, and this one is from Henry Otolo Price. It says, which overstretched? Now, if not lucky, they fit shoot anyhow. I think he's talking about the insecurity. Army saying that they are overstretched. And also, this is from Stephenson. Exactly. When gives lights for 12 hours straight in my area, we ask questions like, is the person on duty? Okay, he said, when they give lights for 12 hours straight in my area, we ask questions like, is the person on duty asleep? I'm serious. When Nigerians, we're so used to not having good things.
Yes.
The moment you experience that is light for like, for more than 12 hours.
I think
what's going on? In fact, we start to ask, when are they going to take the lights? That kind of thing. Also, this is from Ezin Nazwiki. He says, NSAS trillions. Can you imagine a failed government? Well, this is from Yunana O. Emmanuel. Says, there are thousands of Nigerian youth struggling to join the military, but now they ask them to shake body. Make una overstretch. Well, you don't think so?
Okay, this is coming from Fidel. It says, good morning, Nigeria. So good morning to you, Fidel. Also, Olufumi Johnson says, you people brought this calamity to us. When you're making laws against the security of your country without making the one to protect them, that's the results. Oluwa Michael is saying, this is not what I wanted to hear this morning. Vanguard, please.
And we're asking you, what exactly do you want to hear?
Please tell us what you want to hear.
Exactly. Tell us what you want to hear.
We're not magicians. Also, Onai is saying that after this government wants us to give them guns, they will kill citizens. And Olumide Patrick says, De Willow, can you imagine FRSC breaking or destroying citizen property? Shame on FRSC.
All right, let me take this one from Ima. He says that rationalization of the recent fuel price hike is ridiculous. Where is the earlier postulation on the regulation? COVID-19 vaccine is meant to help humanity, not to bring suffering on Nigerians. He has a point in what he's saying. I mean, now the government is saying they want to increase the fuel price because of Pfizer's vaccine. So it means that, of course, so it means that next time again, maybe something else happened. Because the first one they told us was because they wanted us to, help in the money they borrowed. And now this time around it's about the Pfizer vaccine.
But we have to also talk about, the Pfizer stuff now. I think they've actually said I think the second country or second organization have said, they have actually 94% that the vaccine actually is effective. I think 94%, 94.5%. It's very effective. So talking about the Pfizer's vaccine, I think many people are actually happy that actually there's now a vaccine to actually cure it. But let's not forget that that's not the end of COVID. We still need to continue protecting ourselves. Let's not say that just because there's a vaccine, we have to stop, following the normal procedure to protect ourselves.
All right, there's a lot of things that we really need to talk about, but if you want to find out more, you can go on our website www.vanguardngr.com to find out more of these stories. They're really interesting stories, from the border closure to insecurity to police detention of activists in Romosele. A lot of stories also about the petrol price increase. You can go on our website to find out more. I think this is where we're going to have to wrap it up, but let's see what Mr. and Mrs. is saying. And Mrs. says, well, don't just stand there. The money you gave me won't be enough for foodstuffs. They've increased the fuel pump price again. And Mr. replies, stop shouting at me, woman. We both voted for this government. This is the point where husband and wife start to throw shades at each other. It's the truth.
Because you know the difference that would have been if one person actually wanted to vote for another person and this one voted. And now that's going to be the argument. It actually happens in my home.
Yes, it did happen. I remember during the period of when we were going to bring in this current government, how even some couples were fighting because one of them wanted to vote for a particular party,
another party,
and some of them had to just it's my husband, let me just vote for who he's voting for.
And my mom is angry. I think now she's still telling him, I told you this is what's gonna happen and this. No, but definitely it happens, and if you actually don't get your wish and the other person actually gets his own wish and it's not working, you will surely blame the person. So it's not
right. You leave it for Mr. and Mrs. debate on that one. And remember that you can equally like, share, and subscribe on all our social media platforms showing on your screen. Till I come your way next time, I remain Precious Chukudi, and I have with me my co-host
Damnola Ogunshaki.
Make sure you have a fantastic day, and thank you for watching as always.